Excellent. Okay, so the quality here is absolute dog water, but we're gonna we're gonna work with this. At least somebody posted it. This is terrible, but when you're filming race walking, something that I do quite a bit, every sport looks good from different angles. Race walking does not look good from the back, and it kind of doesn't look good from the front. A big reason for that is it has to do with your heel kick, and it has to do with the way that your body bounces up and down. One of the angles that you want to like film race walking from, which is like they're close to it, but you want to scoot that camera over a little bit more to be almost right alongside like their profile, right? Because you want to get the side to show like there's this action with the feet, right, where the feet kind of alternate and they go back and forth like this. And when you get a nice shot of that, which they do with Japan eventually, it looks fantastic. And this argument of like, oh well, race walkers don't even keep their feet on the ground. You can't tell when you're doing it from a profile. But when you're shooting from the front and when you're shooting from the back, you're dealing with all these kinds of like shadows and stuff, and it looks bad. And when you're shooting like this, I mean, come on, look at them. Like they're all, everybody's just bouncing. It's like you can't be afraid to show the feet, you know. Jesus, look at Percy. Okay, so look. Percy looks so, he's in the yellow. Percy is Karlstrom. Double bronze medalist, by the way, in the 20K and the 50K. Freaking ridiculous when they're like 1 week apart. But you're able to do it 1 week apart. It still doesn't, double medals. Come on, dude. Like, it, really? 35K and the 20. I know I said 50 before because rest in peace, 50. But Percy's his stride length right there, right where I paused it, is freaking long. And his feet are glued to the damn ground. The second that his front foot, his front heel hits the ground, his heel is barely coming off the ground. The heel is basically only coming up. Can I even catch them lifting? The heel is coming up only as high as the length of the shoe. So basically, the second that toe comes off, it's already moving forward because it's got no business being up in the air. But that looks so good. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. Percy's just freaking glued to the ground. How can you say that's lifting? How can anybody say that's lifting? Look, wait. I'm gonna fuck with this for a little bit. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Playback speed. We're gonna go 0.25 on YouTube and 0.25 seconds, and I'm gonna hold the space bar. Tell me he's lifting. I dare you. Nope. There's no airtime on Percy right there. I wish I had a higher quality video of this. The second his back toe gets off the ground, his right heel, his left heel, they're glued in front. That's so good. That is so freaking good, man. Let it be known too, you can't be in this lead pack. You can't race walk in the lead pack if your form is not perfect, because the odds are that everybody in that lead pack is having, like, you know how you have like really crappy days and like really perfect days? They're in that top 90 percentile of either having like a perfect day or a very, very, very good day. And I'm talking about like not even just fitness, because in race walking you need to be concerned about form, you need to be concerned about technique. So you can't just be in shape. You need to be loose, and your body needs to be there, and your technique needs to be there, because you could have the best set of lungs that morning, but if your technique is not there, you're not going to make it to the finish line. And that is what makes race walking so much more difficult. I'm not going to say than another event, but it makes it so much more difficult than like a normal event where you just have to get to the finish line. Because most events in track and field are, how fast can you get from point A to point B? Now, if you go into the field events, it's a little bit different, but it's like how fast can you get from point A to point B while also following some of these other rules, like the triple jump, like the long jump. You have to make sure that you land in the right spot. You have to make sure that your steps are correct, right? Race walk is very similar. Getting from point A to point B the fastest is not the only thing you need to be concerned about. So as this race developed, so many people ended up getting disqualified from that lead pack because you're surrounded by guys who have like damn near perfect form. And like, if you can't walk alongside them while also having perfect form, you're going to stand out like a sore thumb and you're gonna get flagged. It's tough. It's tough. There's multiple variables that you need to take into consideration. And then when Yamanishi, not to mention, look at how far he is from the second pack. When Yamanishi opens it up, he's still able to maintain like a lowness to the ground that if you're not able to reproduce those revolutions, feet revolutions, if you're not able to get that turnover rate, that speed, you're going to be left behind, because if you can't pick up the pace without sacrificing your form, you're just going to get dropped. That's not something you have to worry about in running. You sprint your guts out to keep up, and it doesn't matter what your form looks like. If you can keep up, then you're going to keep up. So there's so many people in this second pack who probably could keep up with Yamanishi, but the question is, will your form look good while you do it in this situation?